Hey guys, and welcome to our SEO ROI Calculator training. This is for the entire marketers community, not just for umbrella members. Any agency can use this to work with your clients and showcase ROI. You can also use it in combinations. I'll talk about it in a second. Just so you know, it obviously works best with our SEO services and umbrella. Our map pack SEO, get any business on the 3-pack on the map pack within 60 to 90 days. And our paper result SEO, get any business on the first page of Google. They don't pay a dime. And if you're not an umbrella member, obviously you can check out umbrellaus.com and find out more information. Let's go into the SEO ROI calculator, and I'm going to do a couple more videos on our voice AI calculator and our LSA calculator as well, but it will be separate videos so it won't be too long. So it all starts basically with inviting probably your prospect, showcasing this together. You can also do it by yourself. All starts initially with their LTV, right? Calculating LTV. So let's take something that maybe is hard to calculate LTV on purpose, which is a roofer, right? Because a roofer, very hard to estimate how many roofing jobs over the years they would do for a client, right? So the easiest thing to do in that example is to take the average purchase value of the roofer you're working with. I'm just going to take $6,000 as an example. The purchase frequency per year, let's say 1 time. And the retention time in years, let's say 1 year. Basically gives us an LTV of 6,000. What we're basically saying is, okay, if we're calculating a roof for LTV, we're basically taking into consideration they're going to work once with that client. If the roofer you're talking with is going to tell you, hey, I do a roof job for the same client every 5 years, then obviously you can change the numbers here. If, for example, it's a Jiffy Lube, right, or something that people go to on a frequent basis, a restaurant, a beautician, right? Let's say, for example, a hairdresser. I'm just saying, let's say it's $100, and the numbers of frequency, the times that somebody would buy per year is 4 times, and the retention per year is, let's say, 3 years. Okay, so the LTV for a hairdresser would be $1,200. After you have the LTV nailed down, the second thing is to talk about the monthly search volume. So that really depends what keywords you're going to go after. Take the top category keywords that you think you're going to rank on the map pack, right? On the section that gets 30-40% of the local traffic. Let's say usually that would be the main category keyword that you're going to try and go for. So in the case of our hairdresser, it would be hairdresser Atlanta, or barber Atlanta, or hairstylist Atlanta, depending on which one is generating more volume for you. You can also put several of them. Okay, so let's say you're doing not the 3-pack, but you're doing paper result SEO. And you're saying, okay, I'm going to work on 10 keywords, and the average position is going to be around 5. So take the volume of all those keywords, right, and time it by about 20%. Okay, so we do it on the 3-pack. We take into consideration you're going to take some of the volume, I'm going to rank it on the 3-pack, which means that if we send 3,000 people if the volume of 3,000 searches per month, then the monthly traffic, the amount of visits for keywords that are positioned in the top 3 positions, the map pack, would be 687 visits. Okay, if we want to say 1,000, 229. Now, visitor conversion rate. That really depends on their website, and that gives you a lot of additional upsells to do, right? Because one of the issues that we have with all clients is their website is not optimized, meaning for conversions. They don't have enough, they don't showcase their accreditations, they don't showcase their awards, they don't have a strong CTA on the website, they don't have an AI chatbot that can converse with people that are coming and increase their conversion rate into leads and bookings. They don't have, many times, even some of them don't even have a mobile optimized website to the extent that we need it to be. So the conversion rate can be 1%, the conversion rate can be 10%. So it's your job as a marketer to take a look at that website, take a look at what they have, and say, okay, you know what? This is on the lowest 25 percentile or below. Below would be 1 to 2%. This is 25 to 50, so about 2 to 4%. This is in the top 50%, right, around 5%, and this is in the top 25% of conversion websites, which is 8 to 10%. Most small businesses that need your help will be around 1.5 to 2%. If it's horrible, it's 1. Okay? So 2% conversion rate, meaning from every 229 visitors we send to the website, we get 4.58 leads. Okay? And then leads conversion. Leads conversion is something you need to ask your client. So from, let's say you got them 10 qualified leads. From those 10 qualified leads, how many would they close? 1, 2, 3? That will determine the lead conversion rate. And you can ask them probing questions. So for example, do you get back to leads immediately? If they say no, I usually get back to leads 4 hours later. You already know they're not closing a lot of leads because that lead already called 4 different roofers or hairstylists. Hairstylist is not a good example, 4 different roofers. If they have a dedicated salesperson or even a dedicated receptionist, but they're capturing that lead immediately, getting back to them, notifying the decision maker to get back to them, that's somebody you want to work with. That's a pro. And if they don't have it in place, you can help them have that in place by selling them, for example, an AI voice bot. They can answer those phone calls or get back to people. So that's another upsell. So let's say, for example, they have a lead conversion of 20%. The reason I'm choosing 20% is because, you know what, I'll go with 10%, but I'll increase the volume here. Otherwise, we won't even get 1 sale. Okay? So it's not rounding up, but this calculator is very simple. It means basically that the value of each lead would be $120. Total leads per month, 9.16. Total value of leads per month, almost $1,100. Okay? Basically, it means that we'll take it from the top. The LTV is $1,200. Monthly volume, 2,000. Out of that, we're getting about 458 visits. Out of that, 2% are converted into 9.16 leads. And out of that, 10% are converted into sales, which basically means we got 1 sale, almost 1 sale, right? So if the client invested in this campaign more than $1,000 a month, they're basically ROI negative, just an example. But here is where a lot of upsells and a lot of optimization comes to place. So for example, a lot of people don't neglect this part. This is critical for all marketers. So visitor conversion, even if you take it to 4%, which is not a huge number, and you can do it with a bunch of tools or revamping the website or both, and even if you take the conversion rate to 15% because you are now automating, putting some sort of autoresponder immediately to all the leads and notifying the DM immediately, and or having those leads go to an AI chatbot that can have a conversation with them, then with the same volume, the same exact campaign, I didn't change the campaign still cost $1,000, but now the client is making $3,297. So their ROI is 3x on their investment. That's easy to show, easy to prove, easy to calculate. And that's why ROI calculators are an amazing tool. And that's why you need to be attentive to all these parts in the funnel that you're building for your client. A tweak, not even on the traffic side, a tweak in the website, a revamp of the website, which is not super expensive, but building it the right way with the right CTAs and the right widgets, increase tremendously the conversion rate. And getting back to leads within 20 minutes instead of within 4 to 5 hours will immediately increase lead conversion. Those are things you can help the client do without spending more money on traffic campaigns. In this example, the SEO campaign becomes ROI. The SEO campaign that we sold for $1,000 became very ROI positive by changing things that have nothing to do with the SEO campaign. More to come on AI voice, on AI Gent Voice AI and LSA in other videos.